On this week of Alaska Means Business, we are sitting down with Sunil and Amrit of Bombay Deluxe and Bombay South, who have been serving Indian cuisine in the Anchorage area for years. We will see their recipes for success and how they run a successful restaurant in Alaska.
So, I was born in India. I'm a naturalized US citizen. I came to the US in 1982, and prior to that, I lived in the northern state of Punjab, and we always lived on the border of India and Pakistan because my father was a military contractor. He used to make runways and hangars for the Indian Air Force. I went to high school in a military school, and then after the high school, because of my SAT kind of scores, I got admitted into BITS Pilani Engineering School, and I went to school there for 5 years. And then I went to the US Embassy to study abroad for my master's in chemical engineering and a master's in information systems at the college graduate school affiliated with West Virginia University. So ever since, instead of going into chemical engineering, I decided to go into IT. So I've been doing IT consulting since 1985 or so. So in that capacity, I was able to move all over the US, Canada, and so on. So we took a cruise, the Insight Passage, from Vancouver, me and at that time, my fiance, now my wife, and my daughter and my son. And we went to Juneau. We had done some IT systems for the state of Wyoming, and the state of Alaska wanted us to implement those systems for Alaska, like the corporate tax system, motor fuel tax, oil and gas production tax system, and so on. So I worked with a lot of state agencies, Department of Corrections, Department of Natural Resources, and so on. So I used to come to Bombay to eat, and we developed the previous owner's website, and we did online ordering system way before we had these DoorDash, Grubhub, and so on. And so the next thing you know, he sold it to me. I got into this field accidentally. So now IT and good food is my passion, and I try to manage those plus the family and the kids.
Oh, actually, I born and raised in India and moved here in 2018. I did my bachelor's degree in Airlines Tourism Hospitality Management, and then because of Hilton, I'm here. And then I met Dad. He adopted me.
So legally, I couldn't have adopted her because she was older than 18, but I needed some help to take care of these businesses. And Amrit is my right hand and my left hand.
Oh, I thought you needed a daughter.
No,
Just kidding.
Both. You know.
Yes,
I needed the daughter first, yeah. So even though I'm not a chef, but I have learned the secrets of the trade. We maintained our previous owner. So he was from Punjab also, and he was cooking North Indian food, which is chicken tikka masala, garlic naan, regular naan bread, most of the curry based, as opposed to South Indian or some other parts of India, which is a different kind of a food. So as you can see, we have a tandoor that our customers can look at, the clay oven, and they can look at how they make the bread. And the bread gets done within 60 or 90 seconds from there. So that's one of the differences that we have from our other competition is we have a tandoor that people can come and see. A lot of the kids come in, and they are very excited that they can see how the bread is made. Our south location is more like a satellite location in Bombay South. So we have 80-90% of the food is the same, but we also serve some southern Indian food like the dosas and so on. So that's how this is a much bigger location than Bombay South. We have beer and wine here. We don't have it over there.
I can say if you enter into a Indian cuisine, everyone says curry. Curry is, people love curry or chicken tikka masala, and it's based with all the spices. North Indian food is more like curry based, like chicken tikka masala. It's based tomato sauce and a cream with all the spices and garlic naan. But if you go to South India, have you had crepes before? So it's more like a crepe. People make, we call it dosa. So you make a crepe, put some stuffing inside, potatoes, veggies, and served with the, again, it's served with the curry. Spices all are the same, but different style of serving.
So at that time, the challenges weren't there as much. So because there wasn't much competition, we didn't have people, the population wasn't decreasing. So over time, we had a lot of our ex-chefs, open their own places. And so because of the competition and because of the saturation, we have to step up in our marketing, making sure our quality was good. We had the best chefs and so on. So we've been open for almost 20 years, and we had ups and downs like COVID and so on. What helped us the most was because of my IT background, I was able to continue doing online ordering, takeouts, and so on. And that was probably the reason that we were able to survive. So the biggest challenges that we had was bringing the chefs in. So it's not that we can hire somebody from McDonald's or a steakhouse and so on. These are very niche. It takes about 27 spices to make chicken curry, for example. So we have to get all those spices from Seattle and so on. So bringing the chefs in, finding them accommodation and so on, the language issue because they don't know English, and getting them acclimatized or accustomed to the US culture was a challenge also. So for example, we have chefs from India, we had from Bangladesh, from Nepal, and so on. Most of them are speaking their native language, and so luckily me and Amrit, we know Hindi, Punjabi, English, and so on, so we can talk to them easily. But for them to acclimatize in the Western culture is a challenge, but they get used to it after a couple of years.
They don't speak English, but that doesn't mean they cannot work. They are really brilliant. Like, they know what they are doing. Because we both grew up in authentic Indian food, like, eating, cooking, watching our mothers, how they cooked. And that's what we do. And we also have standardized recipes. So what we have for them, but they also come up with unique ideas. Okay, your chicken tikka masala is this level, how about we go this high? So we tried both of the tastes, like which one is good, and then we try it to our customers, like, do you like it or not? And after putting it on the buffet, people likes it, so we put it on the menu, their dishes.
And our buffet is very popular because we want to, people who have not tried Indian food before, we encourage them to come and try each, and then if they like it, then they can come for dinner with their family or dates a husband or wife, and then order what they want. So I was raised in eating goat, because that's called mutton in India, and we did not eat as much meat growing up, maybe once a week, and so I inherited, or my mouth taste, still craves for curry, goat curry. As I get older and learning more about health things, my wife is vegan, and so we are trying to become more vegetarian, vegan, and healthier. And so goat curry, tandoori roti is my favorite.
I will say my favorite is chicken tikka masala and bhindi masala, which is okra. It's vegan dish, and one is cream, one is vegan. So I like the combination with garlic naan and a rice.
Chicken tikka masala is our most sold item, and garlic naan. On the chicken side, palak paneer is, which is the spinach and cheese, our most sold vegetarian dish. And what makes them unique is the spices that go into the vegetarian food or the chicken and so on. It's again, spices is the one that makes it tasty, or it's not the heat or the hotness and so on, it's the flavor of the spices. So whatever the customer orders, we can make anything mild, medium, or hot.
People come for buffet like 3 to 4 times a week, and they love the buffet. Even we put every day like new dishes on the buffet. They go online, check the dishes, what we have. Also, sometimes they call, but I see them every day at the restaurant, not only for lunch, even for the dinner. Like they come and say, hi, how you doing? And I remember, like, I don't work inside the restaurant anymore, but I still know the faces. And I remember I worked the month of May for a week inside the restaurant, and I got review on online, people saying Amrita is really good. I was like, oh, you guys know my name.
and she does. I'm in the IT field, so she helps me do sales and marketing so mostly like a telecommuting job. So that's why she's not here. But anytime I need, I know that we are slipping on sales. I said you need to go and get things moving.
But we do have so many regular customers who've been with us more than 15 years, I guess. They come and they were like, oh, are you new? I was like, I mean, it's not new. It's been more than 6 years in the city. And they were like, no, we know Bombay since this year. I was like, oh, thank you.
And not only people from Anchorage, we get a lot of customers from Kenai or Fairbanks or the Valley, Soldotna. And they said, please open a restaurant over there. And I said, well, if you can help me invest and find a restaurant with a hood and which is compatible with the Indian cooking, definitely. I think, and we were just discussing this, the top few items that are most important for a restaurant, And we agreed that number one is the food. People will wait if they know they're going to get good food. Second is the customer service. Third is the consistency, that every time you come, are you going to get the same chicken tikka masala or so on. Then there are other things like cleanliness, hygiene. Do you have servers who know their menus? Again, goes back to the customer service. So what I would say, what mistakes that the restaurants do is, I think the top two. Either the food is not up to the scale or the service is not up to the scale. The decor like this is very important. People want experience when they come into the restaurant, and they want basically the atmosphere, so they can enjoy, relax, and so on. We put nice classical music, Indian music, Bollywood music, so people get that experience. Okay, they are in a little India. And so we also have beer and wine for relaxation. So I think those are the two main things, the quality of the food and the customer service.
Customer service and food is for sure also the knowledge. Chef should know what he or she is making. If I'm the chef, I should know like what is chicken tikka masala, or if my servers knows like what chicken tikka masala. We have chicken tikka masala, chicken tikka, tandoori chicken, and chicken curry. All are 4 chicken items, same chicken, same spices. They should know what they are selling. If I'm a customer, I'm going to a restaurant, can you please explain? If the server doesn't have knowledge about the menu, customer service, and they are not entertaining or doesn't know about the food knowledge, like they don't have the food knowledge, how I can be a good server? Like again, customer service, food, and ambience for sure.
The pricing is another challenge. The prices have gone up a lot. Now we can only push that price to our customer so much. I have noticed that our online orders, especially after COVID, are going up. Our dine-in is going down. Part of it is because the customer habits are changing, and they are not spending as much money, or they can't afford to, because it's either go out 2 or 3 times a week or go out once every other week because they have to pay the rents and utilities and so on. So financial challenges that people are facing is hurting businesses as well. One of the biggest advantages that me and my wife and family have seen, that Alaska is a very friendly place. And once you get to know our customers, I think it's like a family. To me, Bombay staff is already like a family to me. But then you get so close to some of the customers, and they are family too. So in that sense, people are friendly, and they will support a small business. Okay, and so it's not always business, always looking at sales and so on. That's important because we are a for-profit business. We have to make money to, stay in business. So that's the positive. Another positive thing that I'm noticing though is lately the tourism is growing, and I would like it to grow more. I like the state and city to visit Anchorage to do more in drawing more tourists too. But sometimes you're relying on the weather and so on. The other positive thing of doing a business in Alaska, the fact that we can bring uniqueness to Alaska, and people are dying for something new. They're dying for a cultural experience. Okay, what does India look like? And then my wife and Amrit, they said, okay, let's create a mini India here. And that helped us a lot. And a lot of customers come in, they take selfies and pictures and so on.